For the following relation, give the domain and range, and indicate whether it is a function. So we have a set of points, and often students are looking for something of the form 2x plus 5 in order to call it a function, and not just a set of points. But the set of points really is what's at the heart of a function. So for instance, this is made up of values that are of the form x comma y. And y is dependent upon the value we chose for x through a function that might look like 2x minus 5, for instance. So if we have the set of points, we don't actually need the function rule to tell us how to get from the x values to the y values. We just need those values themselves. So for instance, one way to look at this is if you have your domain, which is the set of all possible x values, and your range, which is the set of all possible y values. The x values in this case we have 4, 8, 6, and 9. The y values we have a 9, a 6, 7, and 1. And the function itself is actually just the mapping between those points. So the point 4 maps to the point 9. The point 8 maps to the point 6. 6 maps to the point 7, and 9 maps to the point 1. So that's really what our function looks like, how these things are mapped from one set to the next. Now, to answer the question, we have our domain and range written out. So the domain is the set of all x values that are possible for our function. In this case, I'll order them. So I have 4, 6, 8, and 9. The range is the set of all possible values for my y values. And I'll go ahead and order those as well. 1, 6, 7, and 9. Is it a function? Well, it's a function, so this is definitely what's known as a relation. And a relation is a correspondence between two sets of items. It's a function if all the items in the first set, the domain, correspond to exactly one item in the range. And that's happening here. So each item in the domain corresponds just to a single item in the range. If I had a point like 4, 6, so if I added the point 4, 6 here, now I have a value in the domain that maps to two different items in the range. Then that's not a function. So because that's not happening here, this is indeed a function.